Good evening. How is everybody doing? I hope we are all good. Good. I'll just get rid of all this Facebook notification nonsense that wants to come on. But I hope you're doing well. I hope all is fantastic. I decided to take a lot more water before I started, so you're not going to see me drinking the first thing I do on this the replay, so that's something good. Hello there. Hello. I cannot see who is here just yet, but welcome to the class. I don't know how long you've been sitting there listening to me ramble. Because I can't see shit. Hey there, Laura, Sweet Pea, welcome. And Charmin, welcome, sweethearts. How are you guys doing? And more are joining. Fantastic. It's lovely to see everybody. Yes, how's everybody doing so far? I'm a little bit early, so we're not going to start for another literally 2 minutes, just to allow some other people to come and join. So yeah, how you guys been doing? Hi. Oh my goodness. I've been all right. I've been taking a lot more time to rest and relax myself. And of course, this is what tonight's class is all about, rest and rejuvenation. Hey there, Elio, Sweet Pea. It's lovely to see you, honey bun. And but yeah, so we really definitely have to look into some rest and rejuvenation over the next coming weeks, but of course throughout our lifetimes. Oh, Sharpen got hurt. Oh, that's not nice. Or Charmin got hurt. Sorry, that was Charmin. Hi, Sweet Pea, did you get hurt? All right, I'm going to send you some ish. Whatever you hurting, sweetie, we going to sort it out. Especially after this class, so I'm going to focus a little on you as well. I'll focus on everybody, but I'll focus on you. Bless. All right. Hello, everybody else who has joined. Welcome. We are just simply waiting another minute. Oh shit! You tore your ACL. Okay. I'm gonna if you make it to the practice part of tonight's class, then I will be giving you a little bit of extra focus on your ACL. You may feel it a little bit extra during the class because we're all about relaxation tonight. However, I'll work on you a little bit there and see if we can accelerate that healing that much more. Okay. Are we at 6? Perfect. We are at 6 o'clock. Let's get crack-a-lacking because there's a fair amount of things that I want to cover tonight. I know you may be like, well, shit, this is about rest and relaxation. Well, yes, there's pointers on rest and relaxation because some of y'all need to be told. Just put it out there. So, now, the reason why we're talking about rest and relaxation today is, like I said, the winter solstice. Don't get me wrong. We just went through the new moon. We just went through eclipses. We've got retrogrades going on. We've got so much astrological things, solar flares, the Schumann resonance, all of this jazz. Plus, we have the solstice coming up as well. December and about a third of the way through January is going to be flat out downright fucking exhausting. All right, for so many people, especially all of us looking to be on our spiritual awakening journeys. So with that in mind, we need to learn how to truly relax when we have the opportunities to do so. All right. Many of us do not relax. Many of us burn the fuck out until we crash. Right. So raise your hand if you've been there where you woke up in the day and you had work, you had kiddos, or if you didn't have kiddos, you may have pets or family life. Then you've got errands to run, bills to pay, just phone calls to make, just a bunch of shit that always seems to come into the relaxation time. Or even when after you've done all of your work, you sit down and you're like, okay, now I gotta cook. Now I gotta get myself sorted. Now I gotta do all the personal care that I should do. And literally, by the time you actually get into bed, you are not just tired. You are downright exhausted and you are now crashing, right? Crashing is the equivalent of starvation for your energy. And just think, if you truly went through the period of not giving yourself food, right? And to the point where you are now so you're starving, where your organs are shutting down, you're on the brink of death, and only then you give yourself food. That doesn't make sense, especially if it's available, right? So don't do that with your energy when it comes to your rest and your relaxation. Don't wait until you are crashing, until you just cannot move anymore to get yourself rest, because that's actually causing damage, which takes you longer to process and longer to recover from, right? So, hey everybody, hey Cindy, hey Joyce, it's lovely to see you. Luann, Dolores, welcome, 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 my dears. Oh, and Hazel, oh hi, it's so lovely to see you, sweet pea. Oh, I hope you're doing well. I know there's some hard times that we're going through, but don't worry, I still got you. I'm still right there beside you. I'm manipulating energy, even though it may seem that it's not. But anyway, so let's have a look here first then at, we're going to have a look at my board here. Now, I know I wrote in pink, in fluorescent pink. I know it's hard to see, but bear with me just a little bit. So during tonight's class, we're going to go through relax and rejuvenate, or rejuvenation. We're going to be looking at relaxing the physical vessel, the ethereal body, all of the chakra points, and then we are going to go through observing. So that is what the practice is going to be today, because a lot of the times, you know, when we're just like, okay, you've sat down and you've sat down for the last hour, but yet you still don't feel rested, right? That's because you may only be physically resting your physical vessel, but your ethereal, and you're holding on to energy in so many other places, you know, in your chakra points, that it's causing you not to relax, right? So that's something to consider. Now, I also put down what is rejuvenation, but I don't actually mean like what actually like the dictionary form of what rejuvenation is. What I'm talking about is what rejuvenation means to your vessel, means to your consciousness, means to your heart, means to your spirit, you know, what is actually happening. And then we're going to go through some troubleshooting. But before, oh, by the way, hello, Pepper. It's lovely to see you, sweetheart. And Tamiki too. Lovely to see you. Welcome. Okay, so first and foremost, we're going to open up with a little bit of channeling first. Now, this is my automatic writing from my core based on, of course, tonight's lesson. So this is what the universe would have to say to us about this at this very moment. Taking the light and harnessing it flourishes in many ways. There are some days where you may feel sleepy, others just bored, and some downright exhausted. Those are the times to place your heart first and relax into the energy, allowing yourself to be free. Surrender and let the process flow. 2 minutes, and this is definitely a fact on this one. After going through this process and learning how to relax every part of you, both your energy and your physical attributes, this is a very true statement, and I would love for you guys to challenge this and see how well it works. 2 minutes of rejuvenation can equal out to 30 minutes of productivity. So enjoy seeing the benefits of a little R&R. I'm going to say that one more time. 2 minutes of proper rest and relaxation can equal out to 30 minutes of productivity, right? So I just want you to imagine if you gave yourself 30 minutes or even an hour every single day during your day to relax and rejuvenate, how much more productive you would be, right? Versus trying to make it happen on the last leg or that last little of steam that you may got. Okay, also, this is something to be in awareness of at the same time. So please note, a common issue when relaxing is feeling all that is swirling inside of you. If you suffer from PTSD or symptoms relating to trauma, this energy can feel disturbing, as if you are on edge, and relaxing can be extremely difficult, even if you have the space, the time, and the effort to do so. This triggers you to shift, move, jump, and jerk. The issue is lack of awareness and in some cases avoidance of this energy. So apart from all of the things that I just mentioned at the beginning of this lesson as to how you may be feeling exhausted and the things that you're doing, that is something that is really, really important as well. If you have suffered that PTSD or if you have suffered some sort of trauma, it will literally stay in you until it is released. And when you really start to relax and just be like, okay, I'm going to put my stuff down, I'm going to get into this, some of you may find that it just, there's this feeling of oh gosh, I'm about to run, or I'm about to jump, or I'm about to, sorry, kicking the camera, or you're just like, it's literally it's like feeling like ready. It is fight or flight mode. That is what it feels like. It just feels like you're kind of just like, okay, so that if anything touches you, or if there's any little thing that just like, even if it's just a piece of fabric that's itching you, it's almost like an immediate like, oh no, and you're shifting and you're jerking, and it can feel absolutely terrible. So again, if you are experiencing that tonight, this is something that does need to be worked through with effort and understanding. Within your awareness, it can be stopped, right? But if you're not aware of it, or if you're flat out trying to avoid it, then that is going to constantly be running on autopilot. Even when you're sleeping, you're still in this state of panic, right? And so yes, bear that in mind. Okay, so let's start with this from the top. So we're going to go through what rejuvenation is doing first, and the troubleshooting, and then we're going to go into the exercise, so that hopefully some of you, if you are feeling really nice and relaxed, you may fall asleep. Or you may just find that this is the time to be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm drifting off, and that's exactly what I would love for you to do. So, Laura, I get like that when I feel my body heating up. Yeah. But you know, when you relax, you become hypersensitive to everything that's going on around you, or inside of you as well, and yeah, it can cause a lot of disturbances to your rest. Hey there, Moon. Oh, it's lovely. Welcome. It's lovely to see you. Before I get all my greetings mixed up. Alrighty. So firstly, what is rejuvenation, and what does it actually mean to your consciousness, to your heart, to your acceleration, to your healing, and all of that stuff? So number one, when you rejuvenate, it does accelerate your healing. If something was normally going to take a day, it's going to take a few hours. If it was going to take a year to heal, it may take a few months instead. You know, if it's taking years to heal, it may only take 1 or 2 to heal. So like literally accelerates your healing. Now, I don't even just mean physical healing. When you are able to relax your physical, ethereal, and your chakra points as well, that goes into all kinds of healing. And as we know, ascension symptoms and going through this healing process, holy shit, it hurts at times. It really hurts. It's very uncomfortable. So if we can accelerate this shit, why not? Right? We don't want to stay in there. Moon, what's the exercise, beautiful angel? Oh, and it's nice that you are able to catch me live. So tonight's exercise, and this is for those of you who have just joined, we are going to be learning how to truly relax the physical vessel, the ethereal body, and all of the chakra points to release tension, and also go into observation mode as well. So again, this is for those who find it difficult to relax, you know, or are always seem to be exhausted or not able to recuperate their energy. This is going to be for you. So I hope you do stay for this moon. It should be a really nice and comforting and calming exercise for tonight, but we'll get there. Alrighty. So accelerates the healing. That's number one. Now, number two, it does increase your awareness. You may be asking, well, how does taking a nap increase my awareness? Well, when you are truly rest and relaxed, you are more present. You are more centered in this now moment, right? Because like if you're trying, right? And because of that, you are more aware to the things, kind of like peripheral vision, right? So just think when you're awake and when you're conscious and so forth, your vision is always focused on specific points. However, when you stop looking at what directly you're focusing on, your peripheral vision kind of takes over and you get to see a lot more that's going on. That's what's happening within sensation and vibration inside of you when you are able to relax truly, because your focus is not so pinpointed at that moment. So if there's something in your peripheral in terms of energy and feelings, you're more likely to pick it up. And if you do pick it up and focus on it, that is going to increase your awareness and expand your data banks there. So yeah. Thank you so much, Moon. I appreciate that. And thank you everybody who shares. And I really hope that more people can take on the information and take a fucking nap. I am cussing tonight because I'm also tired. So And that's what I do when I get tired. I release it. Okay. So, increased awareness. Number 3, it does help you focus on the present moment. When you can do this technique and when you can actually learn, because you know this relaxation, these techniques that I'm teaching you today are not just going to be useful for just going to bed or in a meditation or something. If you can practice and hone this ability, you will literally be in a meditative-like state 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, if you can manage to do it. Once you train yourself in the art of relaxation, it literally, you can do so when you're doing whatever it is that you want to do during your day, right? It's a very, very useful skill. So, of course, because of that, it allows you to focus on the present moment, right? It really does, right? Because usually a lot of individuals, when they're uncomfortable, if they are not addressing the discomfort in this present moment, they are coping with it or avoiding it by thinking of something else, you know? By thinking, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. Oh, this should happen. Oh, like, their thoughts are somewhere else, which again helps them to cope with the discomfort. So then they're not in the present moment. But when you're actually relaxed and rejuvenated and you can feel good right here in this moment, you tend to want to stay here in this moment because it feels good, right? So it's good. Okay. So, number 4, it allows for energy to process. Thank you so much. You're gorgeous as well. I appreciate you. Okay, so allows for energy processing. Now, what do we mean by allows for energy processing? You are a conductor. Your vessel, your ethereal vessel, your ethereal body, and also your material vessel are energy conductors, right? The energy comes in and it goes out. Comes in, goes out, and it's in this regular loop, an infinite cycle of energy just coming in and coming out. Now, I want you to think, if you are to restrict anything that is conducting anything, whether that be energy or water, or think of anything that is conducting anything, if you restrict it, it is going to take a lot longer to process or funnel all that energy through. It's also going to hurt. So physically it hurts you, and mentally and ethereally you can feel the blockages and everything like that, which comes in the form of confusions and fears and everything. So when you're able to relax, right, and your energy relaxes, you can filter through things that much faster too. It also is why your healing accelerates at the same time, right? Is because you're all loosey-goosey. So whether it is pain, sorrow, anger, happiness, joy, doesn't matter what it is, because you're loose and you're easy, you can conduct that energy that much faster and that much more efficiently, right? So you'll also find that if you relax more, and that really leads us into step number 5, which is it is easier to identify emotions, right? So why is that really important? That's important because so many of us are empathic. I don't think there's not one individual watching who is not empathic. Whether you are an extreme empath or a very sensitive empath or just new to spiritual awakening, everybody has a degree of empathy. It's, if you are human, you are born with this. If you're an entity or something, you don't have this. Or if you're one of the things that isn't quite, but if you are a source, put it that way, if you are a source fractal, you will have the beautiful gift of empathy, if you choose to accelerate and if you choose to use it. But anyway, so identifying emotions, is key to processing energy. It is key to letting loose and understanding what you're experiencing, which again links back into awareness, right? As well, if you're able to focus on the present moment. So, for example, when you are unable to relax, usually because you're holding on to either thoughts or pain or emotions in some place, and you're not allowing it to flow, or it's very constricting or hard to flow, when you relax, you are able to sit and truly feel, right? Without the distractions from everyday life, or without the rambling of the voices and the thoughts that want to come into our heads sometimes, right? We can simply sit and feel and focus. And oftentimes, if you were able to do that, you wouldn't really come to people like me. because you'd realize, oh, I am the people like her, like me, you know, because you're going to be able to identify more of what the problem is. And once you can identify what the problem is, you can fix it, which is beautiful, right? Okay, so those are some, and don't get me wrong, there's a whole list of benefits, but we only got an hour. And these are some of the main ones that we're going to go through. Now, what troubleshooting? Okay, because everybody's got troubleshooting. If we didn't have troubles get relaxing or rejuvenating, I sure as shit would not be here doing this class tonight. So, main things, you can't let go, right? Meaning, what do I mean by you can't let go? Like, literally, you're just tense and you don't know how to let go. Kind of, and kind of like, you know, some of those people who have suffered an amputation, or let's say they are a victim of war, and they may have gotten their arm blown off or their leg blown off, and they're in chronic pain because they had this, like, they're like, my arm hurts, but it's like your arm isn't there. So how can you have pain if it's not there? Well, literally, that's because the individual doesn't know how to let go or release the energy, or how to release the tension in the muscles because the trauma just got them stuck there, right? So if you can't seem to let go, right, what you need to do is you need to process that emotion or process that energy by visualization. That's really going to help you. So the visualization technique that we're going to use tonight, and that I like to use, is tension. So I would say whatever it is, by the way, whatever it is. So even if it is, let's say you have a knot in your shoulder, or you just feel the tension everywhere, then what you're going to do is you're going to tense. You're going to purposely use your vessel to tense up, tense up, tense up, tense up, tense up, and you're going to see it, right? And it's really important in this moment to not just feel what's going on, but to observe that feeling. So tense up everything, and then release. And then let go. That is the feeling of letting go. And so sometimes it's not physically in your vessel that you can just physically look at your hands while you're tensing. Sometimes it is a chakra point, or it is just a fear that's there, that's inside of you, or just this feeling. So just imagine that feeling and crunching it up, and then imagine just releasing it. Sometimes you can even imagine the specific fists. Like, just imagine a fist crunching, and then imagine hands coming out. And that'll do it. All right, visualization helps. Okay, step number 2. You don't have the time. If you're just like, I can't relax, Kulipup, I literally just do not have the time. To that, I say, false. Every single person has the time to relax and rejuvenate. It is whether we choose to honor that time within ourselves or not. And I say that just because I'm like, literally, for one, if you were working 100 hours a week and so forth, you probably wouldn't be on a spiritual journey in the first place, and you definitely wouldn't be here with me, because you wouldn't be focused enough or even present enough to be able to watch this show, to be able to watch this lesson. So the ones who are able to sit here and watch this, I definitely know you can have the time because you've been here with me. You know, if you can spend 1 hour with me, then you can literally spend an hour resting or rejuvenating. You found the time. You will always find the time for the things that you want to do, right? You just have to make rest and rejuvenation something you want to do versus something that you are prioritizing or shuffling about in life, or not honoring in itself. So there's always time to rest and rejuvenate. Step number 3, pain and discomfort. Yes. You will experience pain and discomfort, especially if your vessel is in need of this rest. Like, let's say if your healing is really, really, like, you're really, really needing it, then holy shit, yes, you may feel some pain and discomfort. I, for example, if I do not keep up with my yoga, I will totally feel pain and discomfort. So every time I lay down, I'll feel every crick and creak and energy blockage or whatever that I have inside my vessel. And it will hurt like a mofo, you know, just because of that. Because when I'm in that relaxed state, I'm amplifying my energy And so I'm amplifying my sensitivity. If you are finding that you are in pain or discomfort as soon as you start to relax, you need to remove the cause of it, right? This can take a little bit of extra effort or a little bit of extra consistency or help, or more of a long-term kind of thing. For example, if when you actually finally lay down and you really go through this relaxation and you can just be like, wow, the reason I can't relax is because my mattress is absolutely atrocious. It's just making my back curve and warp, and now I'm relaxed enough I can feel it. This is painful. Well, you're going to need to replace your mattress or move to the floor or remove whatever is causing you the pain, right? Because that's literally what your pain receptors are there for. It is to stop you from doing the things that cause you harm. So yeah, sometimes that means that, hey, you may not be able to replace your mattress for a week or two or for whatever, but it's going to need to be replaced at some point. If it is emotional pain or discomfort in that kind of sense, and you're just like, oh my gosh, my heart just hurts so much, well, that's the time for you to do some inner work. I would still say run through the points of practicing relaxation, but while you're doing it, talk to yourself. Do the introspection, do the inner work. Understand why this pain is still there. You know, release the memories, release the emotions. And by the way, if you are in a relaxive state, this will accelerate. It will be easier to do it. So now would be the time. Okay. So also, at number 4, if you are easily distracted, that's another thing. If you are easily distracted, it requires practice and focus, right? And that's what exactly you're going to need to do. Many times we have to train ourselves to do this. Relaxation, training yourself on how to relax is like going to the gym and, you know, pumping your chest or you know, getting your biceps like totally ripped, right? Like if that's what you want, you wouldn't expect to go to the gym once and see huge results, right? That's just, you'd be like, nah, that doesn't work. You'll know that you need to start off small and work your way up, and soon you'll be lifting like a pro or having the exercise that you need. You got to do the same thing with rest and relaxation. So if you're easily distracted, don't give up, right? Sometimes it's just like, okay, well, I can't sit here for 30 minutes. I'm going to do 5 instead, right? And while you're sitting there for the 5 minutes, if that's really, really difficult, you got to do something to keep yourself focused. You know, sometimes that's listening to maybe a guided meditation whilst you're physically doing the practice, or maybe it's counting sheep, or maybe it's listening, or if you're just like, okay, my favorite song is 3 minutes long. I'm going to listen to my favorite song while I relax, to keep your mind a little occupied while you are focusing at this moment, and then work your way up. Maybe you'll find that you have an hour playlist that you just listen to and keep yourself calm and still. Whatever works for you. But it does take practice and focus in small doses and small increments, but consistency, and you will get it. Okay, so any questions or queries for me before we start to go on to the exercise? And I can always talk for so long, you know. I was thinking I was going to have more than 30 minutes for the exercise, but oh well, we're here. So, yes, any questions or queries before we get on to the exercise? And if you haven't already, this is going to be an exercise to truly get you relaxed and feeling good. So I very, very much so recommend, while we're taking some questions, Elio, perfect, give me just a hot second. While I'm taking these questions, or while you're writing them out, please have your jewelry removed if you can do so safely. So watches, rings, crystals, necklaces, earrings. If it can be removed safely, this would be a wonderful time to do so. If you haven't already taken a sip of water, get a sip of water. Once you have your sip of water, get into a nice and comfortable situation. So you may want to lie down. You don't physically need to see me. I'm not going to be showing you anything on the board. I'm simply just going to be talking for the next little bit. So with that being said, all you got to do is hear me and listen to the instruction. So yes, get yourself comfy. You can sit down if you like, or you can lie down. I would say lie down if you can, but also if you are like, no, I can only remain seated, then that's fine too, but it's quite nice when you lie down. But alrighty, so let's have a look here. So Elio, what is the ethereal? The ethereal is the dimension of your heart, your soul. It is where our imagination is. It is actually where reality is. This is the dream world that we're in, this material dimension. But the ethereal is where the creation of all dimension, source, that's where actually reality is. So you'll know that you're in the ethereal if you were to close your eyes and sit nice and still and imagine that you are getting up from your chair or your bed or your wherever you are, your space, and walk around your room. Okay. At that moment, you are in the ethereal, and that is astral projection. You are experiencing this material dimension, but you are in the ethereal. Now, if I also were to say, Elio, I want you to imagine that you're in a bright white space, and just you're in this bright white room. There's nothing on the walls. There's not really a floor or a ceiling. It's just white all around. And as it is white all around, I want you to take your finger and pretend that it's a highlighter or a marker, and you're just going to draw a heart in the sky or on the wall, wherever. Your finger is a pen, and you're gonna draw. Now that is the ethereal as well. And I know it seems like, but wait, that's just my imagination. Not. But as our consciousness increases and we become more aware, that realization really starts to hit home, because you'll realize the things that you do in the ethereal manifest into the material. And then you're like, oh, right, shit. That shit is real. Holy shit. Alrighty. So I hope that helps in any way. It's where all of our beautiful abilities are as well. And it's the unseen parts of ourselves that we can only see through our third eye. It's beautiful. Okay, are we nice and ready? And if there's no other questions, we are going to get crack-a-lackin' on tonight's exercises. So again, jewelry removed safely, having our water if we needed to. Let's get all loosey-goosey and let us lay down or sit down wherever we are going. So I hope we're all ready, because we are going to start in this order. We are going to be relaxing our physical vessel, then our ethereal vessel, then we are going to go through the process of relaxing each and every one of our chakra points. Because sometimes when your head really hurts and you can't seem to let go, it's because your third eye chakra is really tense. You gotta learn to let it go. A lot of you are gonna feel really good after this. Okay, and then we're gonna sit for a hot second and just observe what that feeling felt like. Okay, so if you ever need this, just always keep this video and come back to it if you're like, shit, how do I do this again? Alrighty. So first things first. Oh, and by the way, good morning, Shankar. It's evening for me, but good morning and welcome. Alrighty. Oh, and Vladimir as well. Welcome, honey. Okay. So first things first, you're going to take in 4 nice, really deep breaths. Okay. Now, the functioning of this breath, your breath throughout this entire practice, every single time you exhale, you are going to more deeply relax into whatever area that we have already relaxed. So as you breathe, we're starting with the physical. As you breathe out, you're going to just allow yourself to relax. Okay. And then when we get on the ethereal, you're doing the same thing. You're allowing both your physical and ethereal to relax. And then same with the chakra points. So it's just a consolidation of all of these together at one point, but we're going to start with the physical. Okay, so you're going to breathe in. Let us begin. You're breathing in as much as you can take in your lungs. You're going to hold for just a half a second and then exhale. Now, each time you do, I want you to inhale again. And as you exhale, you're going to tell yourself, relax. You are physically focusing on your vessel, on your body, your physical body, and you are telling everything to relax. Keep going. Relax. Some of you are already going to start to feel a little heavy. All right, this is good, but we're going to keep on going. Keep on breathing in. And as you breathe out, you are relaxing. Now, I'm also going to be with everybody that is participating with me tonight. I am going to be there astral projecting with you, and I'm going to give you little touches here and there to help you relax a little bit more. Focus on the feeling. And be sure to relax everything. So within your awareness, I want you to bring your awareness to your toes. And I want you to tell your toes to relax. And as you say relax, truly release and let your toes relax. Let them follow your command. And we're going to go up to our ankles and our shins and our calves. Breathing in and breathing out, you're saying relax. And working our way up to our thighs and our groin and our hips. Relax. Up to your chest and your arms and your shoulders. Breathing in and breathing out, relax. Again, this is a command you are giving your vessel. Using your will and your consciousness, you are telling your vessel to relax. Not asking, telling. You are speaking to your mind's eye and saying relax. Do you see how you got a little heavier there? Yeah. Now up to our head. This is a hard one. You need to unfurl your eyebrows. If you're holding tension in your eyebrows, you're going to let it all go. In your eyelids, in your jaws, in your mouth, your nose, everything. Let it go. Right, if your head feels like it wants to fall, let it fall. Let your vessel go. Perfect. Okay. I'm checking in on you guys through my own vessel. So I'm connected to you, to those who are participating. So again, I'm feeling you. You're doing great. Okay. Next thing we are going to do is we are now going to relax our physical, sorry, not our physical, our ethereal vessels, our ethereal bodies. So taking a nice deep breath. Breathing out. Notice how your vessel feels, nice and heavy. Now, close your eyes if they are not closed already. And I want you to now picture yourself in whatever state that you're in. If you are lying down, you're going to imagine that you are now looking at your toes. Your physical eyes are closed. You're not using your human eyes. You're using your third eye in this moment. And you are breathing. And I want you to open up your third eye, and by imagining that you are seeing your vessel exactly as it is. So looking down at your toes, your hands, your arms. Kind of like if you are just able to just peek. You're totally relaxed. You're just peeking down at your limbs and your vessel as it is. Now, this is the image that you have in your mind's eye as you are seeing yourself is your ethereal body. Now, your ethereal body, this is just an image of a perception of what you believe you look like. You can see yourself, you're exactly like you normally are when you're awake. But it is all flowing energy, fluid and in motion. And what I want you to imagine is that you are totally relaxing. The same way you relaxed your physical vessel, you are now within that image, you are relaxing. Letting go. Some of you want to hold on a little bit more on this in this moment. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be giving you a nice little touch to say relax. That's better. Ah, that's even better. Perfect. Okay. Again, keeping your breath nice and steady. Take awareness now of how your physical vessel feels, and awareness of how your ethereal body feels. Both are relaxed. Within your command and your will, you have said, relax. Okay. Now that we have these two sorted out, we're not going to go on to the chakra points just yet. We're now going to practice tensing our vessels, our vessel and our body. We are going to tense them up and allow them to release as well. Okay, so I want you to take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Starting with the ethereal vessel, the ethereal body. I want you to imagine, remember that image in your mind's eye of your body there. Imagine you are tensing that image. You're not moving your physical vessel. Your physical vessel is still remaining relaxed. It is your ethereal vessel that I want you to tense. That's it. Kind of just think of it. It gets a little hot. We're starting to get a little hot. We're starting to get a little bit, maybe a little sweaty for some of us. You may start to feel it in your solar plexus a little bit more too. All right, hold it. And now, relax. That's it. Tell it to relax. Tell your body to relax. This is in the ethereal. Now, some of you want to hold on a little bit more, so let's do that one more time. We're going to breathe in and tense up our energy. And deep breath in. And as you release, relax your ethereal vessel. Relax your body. That's a little harder. I can tell some of you, it's easier to, once you tense up, it's harder to let it flow, hey? So I'll give you a little bit more help. Let me touch you here. We're going to relax again. If it helps, there we go. That feels a little better. If it helps, what I'd like you to do, or try this one more time, right? I want you to, on the next inhale, your ethereal vessel, I want you to pretend that you're kicking and punching and you're just going wild. This is ethereally. So this is the imagination or the visualization that you are using of yourself. Just pretend that you're going nuts, right? Like really punch, kick, float, do all the stuff that you need to. And then deep breath in, and as you release, as you exhale, sit back down inside your regular physical vessel and relax. Oh, that helps. That helped a few of you, I could tell. All right. So instead of tensing, flail about for a little bit and then relax. Okay, perfect. Now let's do that with our material, our physical vessel as well. So I want you, everybody, I know we're feeling nice and relaxed right now, but we are going to move our hands, or we're going to tense. I want you to physically tense absolutely everything. Tense that shit like you've not tensed it before. Tense it, tense it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Inhale. And then on the exhale, let it go. And remember to use your awareness on everything from your toes, your knees, your hips, your thighs, your torso, your stomach, your arms, your forehead, your eyes, your tongue, your throat. Let it all go. And now, at your own pace, inhale. Go back into your visualization of your vessel and let go again. Whoa, that was good. That was easier that time, eh? All right. Now, as we have that going, let's start onto our chakra points. Now, this is going to be great for those of you who are going through emotional stresses and wears as well. So, Michelle, that works better than all the stretching I've done in days. Excellent. Yeah, it feels good to release when you're combining everything. Okay, let's go on to our chakra points. Now that we are relaxed, I want you guys to, as you are breathing, inhaling, with each breath you take out, you are relaxing deeper and continuously reminding yourself, both ethereally and materially, to let go and just relax. You know, command it. Command your energy. Tell it where it needs to go. And it is going to simply relax and flow. So, for the chakras, we are going to isolate each chakra point and repeat this exercise. Now, for the chakra point, you are going to use whatever visualization technique that is going to work best for you. Now, as I mentioned, that feeling, that flailing about, that kicking that we did, and then releasing, because this is all in the ethereal. Imagine that your chakra point is going nuts, going crazy. You know, you can, and so I'll guide you through this. I'll guide you through this one. But either way, if whatever it is that works for you, you may want to picture, for example, the way water turns into ice. That could be your tensing. And then as you're releasing, you're going to visualize that it melts and it's just flowing, right? Or you can picture that fist tensing up really hard. And then as you are releasing your chakra point, you're just going to let it go. Okay? So choose whatever visualization works best for you, but whatever visualization worked best for you in the last exercise for your ethereal vessel, I'd say stick with that one, because if it worked, it works. Okay. Inhale, exhale, and relax. Breathe and focus. So, we're going to start with the root chakra, and we are going to work all our way up all the way to the crown. Each time you are contracting and releasing the energy, I want you to observe how it feels. Remember this feeling so that you can command it upon will in the near future. So, with your eyes closed, I want you to visualize a red orb in front of you. This is a red orb of light. Now, this red orb is your root chakra point, wherever it may be. If it's in alignment or if it's out of alignment, it does not matter in this moment. You are relaxing the energy at the core rather than at the location. Breathe. So, imagine this red orb floating in front of you. Feel in your physical vessel and ethereal vessel the red orb. It is going to be just below your navel. Right. Now that you have that image, we are going to tense it up first. Imagine that orb is just going frantic. It's got spikes everywhere, like something is bursting inside of it. Right? It's going nuts. Hold it there, hold it. Yeah, it's going to hurt a little bit for some of you. I can feel it. I can feel the pressure. Hold it, hold it. It's going nuts. And now Release. Imagine that orb is just going back to normal. Ooh, that feels good, eh? Oh, that feels lovely. It feels like a nice little vibration. All right, one more time. Inhale, and it's going to go nuts. It's going to go crazy. That light, that orb is just exploding from the inside out with energy. Yeah, that's the tension. Holding. Or if you are using the visualization of of it being solid, imagine that it is solid, that it is hard. And now, on the exhale, release. Ah, that's it. You guys are doing great. You're really getting the hang of this. I love this. Okay. What a wonderful vibration. And it is calm, and it is smooth, and it is like liquid. It is just, okay. Now let's move up. Now I want you to keep that. So again, with each breath, inhale and exhale. Every time we exhale, we are relaxing everything that we have already relaxed. Our physical vessel, our ethereal vessel, and now our root chakra point. Let's go up into the sacral. Okay. Now we are going to envision an orange. This time I want you to envision an orange lake in front of you. This is your sacral energy. Right. There it is. Now for some of you, this is already tight. Now with this, I want you to imagine that in the center of this orange lake, there is a massive swell happening right in the center where both sides of the ocean are just coming together within this massive wave at the top. Okay. And it's just, the pressure is just pushing that. It's high. It's pushing it. And then as you exhale, whew, the wave just splashes down and it's allowed to be released. All right. Okay. We're going to go back to it. We're going to do a different visualization technique. This time, I want you to imagine that you have an orange ball. Okay. This ball is a nice and squishy ball. All right, it feels nice and good. It's soft, it's caressing, it's smooth. Now, I want you to imagine that ball is being crushed. It's being condensed, it's being crushed. It's just going, and it's holding on so tight. Right? Like as if a sponge is being squeezed and it's being compressed. All right, breathing in, hold that compression. And on the exhale, whoosh. Let the ball expand again. Let that sponge go. Oh, perfect. Nice. Well done. Okay. Nice. And breathe. And again, I want you to tell everything to relax. All right. Some of you, I feel, have swirling in your head now. Has that energy of you relaxing your sacral and your root caused your third eye to go a little dizzy? You get a little kundalini rushing up there. I feel it. Getting a little warm up in here. Okay. Let's relax and let it happen. Right? Because like I say, this is a healing practice. It'll work. Okay. Now let's go on to our solar plexus. All right. So with our solar plexus, this one's going to be a little different. So we're going to again inhale. And exhale. Now, on your next inhale, you are going to imagine within your choice, whatever visualization techniques works for you, you are going to imagine that the yellow, and I want you to picture yellow in your mind's eye, whatever it is that you're doing, it is now constricting. Hold that energy. Hold it. For myself, I'm imagining like, oh, I'm doing a crunch. You know, exercise. I'm holding my stomach, my torso. I'm crunching that energy without moving my physical vessel. I'm holding it and I'm going to inhale. And on my exhale, I'm laying down. I'm letting it go. Let it all come out. Oh, I swear, when I connect to you guys doing this, it feels like a massage to me. It feels like a tingle. Like, oh yeah. I sounded like an old pervert, but I know it. That's okay. Okay. And I want you to breathe in and constrict one more time. Stop it from flowing. Let it be hard. Let it... and then exhale. Let that solar plexus go. Let the energy flow. Keep on relaxing. Amishtal, you say, oh wow, that really helps identify the sense of alignment, feeling it to the left, the right, or exactly center, much like when you feel our hearts for truth. Yes, exactly. You can feel the alignment or lack of thereof and having an idea of where healing is needed or energy blockages may be. Very cool. Yes. Number 2, increased awareness. I'm glad you're noticing. It's going to do you good. All right, let's move up to the heart space. Now, many of you may have shields over your heart space, your heart chakra point in the first place, right? It may just be like, so this time I'm going to say this. I'm going to have you imagine, I want you to imagine your heart chakra point now. This is a gem. It is a gem or a crystal, and it transmutes energy and light at phenomenal paces and speeds. But this time, as you inhale, you are going to imagine that there is a steel ball surrounding your heart chakra point. No light is getting in or getting out. It is constricted. It is caged. It is shielded. It is blocked, right? Focus on your heart space and feel what that feels like. It feels tight. It feels restraint. You can't feel very good things with this. Now, as you breathe in, it's there. As you exhale, I want you to imagine within a fury that light is pushing out both from the sides and from the top and the bottom, and it is making a cross. It is making a cross going straight up and across. This light is penetrating and it is blowing up that shield. It just cracked that sucker like an egg and it exploded out. And now see the power of your heart chakra going up and down and side to side. It is phenomenal. All right, let's do that one more time. And what you may start to feel is, as some of you do this, I know it's a little hard. We still have some blockages on our heart. I can feel you. As we're doing this, I know it may be a little bit overwhelming because you should feel a nice rush going straight down your solar plexus, sacral, and root chakra points and trying to come up through the throat and into the third eye, right? So if you find that it's too much, try to relax as much as you can. Now I'm going to come over and I'm going to help a little bit with this. So I'm going to be touching your heart spaces. Now you can use the same visualization techniques that I just did, or you can use the ball, the orb, or turning into the ice or the sponge. Whatever visualization technique worked for you, that's what I want you to do again. But this time we are seeing green. Okay, so let's see it again. So inhale, we are going to tense, the restrict. And exhale, we are going to release. And I'm going to touch your heart space. Again. Constrict. And there we go. And release on the exhale. Let's do that a few more times until we can feel it nice and strong. Inhale. And exhale. There we go. There's a little bit more calmness there. Now, for some of us, we are doing healing within our heart chakra point. I'm starting to feel the pain that's there. This is going to be your indication as to what needs healing. As you're relaxing, like I said, troubleshooting, pain and discomfort, number 3, right? But keep it going. We're still, I know this one hurts a little bit. If you need to, just ask me to place my hand where it is the pain hurts, and I will just give you a little bit of soothing in this moment. There you go. Some of you definitely took that up as soon as I mentioned it. That's cool. Let's soothe you a little bit today. Okay, let's go on to our throat. Some of us have a little bit of those clogs and tense throat chakra points because our throat hurts every time we want to express ourselves. So, focusing on the throat chakra point, using the visualization technique that you enjoy most. Breathing in, you're going to tighten. Exhale. Let it go. It feels so nice. It makes my... For some of you, you may be like me and your tongue just wants to sing. Doing it again. Inhale, tense that sucker up. Hold the energy. And release. This makes my neck just want to fall. If you're lying down, I hope you're enjoying it. Perfect. If you start to feel what feels like an air bubble that wants to come out of your mouth, feel free to take that deep breath in. And as you release, imagine that you are exhaling all of the tension that you are holding on to in your throat chakra point. Imagine water in this. I like to imagine water just letting it go. Okay. Let's move on to the third eye before my jaw wants to go slack. So third eye. All right. Now with this, it feels like stress. It feels like overthinking or being mentally exhausted. And I know some of you are like, holy shit, I know this feeling really, really well. Yes. If you are cognizant, definitely this will be one of those regular occurrences too. So, as we are commanding our whole vessel to relax, and remember breathing in, I want you to focus on your vessel, both physical, ethereal, and all the chakra points that we have worked on so far. Breathe in. And on the exhale, command, relax. As a teacher and guide connected to all of you, yeah. Relax. Okay. Focusing on the third eye chakra point. This time you are going to see purple. Some of you may see a vibrant purple. Others may see a very deep purple. Whatever purple that you are seeing, I want you to imagine using the technique that works for you. Constrict it. Focus on what your head feels like too. Yes, there it is. See, that hurts. It feels like a headache. It doesn't feel good. But this time, really, really crunch it. Purposely crunch that feeling. I want you to think, yes, tighten, tighten, tighten. And then exhale, release. Oh, that feels better. It's going to be really good. Your eyebrows and your eyes tend to strain and constrict when you are going through the release of the third eye. So remember to physically, in your physical vessel too, let it go. Let your eyebrows go. Tell your eyes, for some of you, it may be worth telling your physical eyes that you're not seeing right now. So literally go, eyes, you are not seeing. So to relax. Using your will, command your vessel to do what it is that you want it to do. It will respond to your command. Oh, that feels so much more clear. All right, but for good measure, we are going to do that one more time. So again, inhale, and as you're inhaling, you're holding on to that headache. Constrict. It hurts. Okay, and exhale. Oh, let it go. It's turning into liquid. It's turning into dust. It's turning into freedom. Oh, that feels good. Oh, that feels good. Thank you guys for doing this practice so well. The heart chakra point was a little bit of a hard one, but oh, this feels good to do this one. Okay, perfect. And last chakra point, we are doing our crown. We are not forgetting the crown. Okay, so now with this one, I was speaking to our hearts earlier, and this is going to be good. So with this one, I want you to imagine that bright, glowing white light hovering at the top of your crown, the top of your head, right in the dead center. It is white, it is glowing. See this inside of you. And as you are inhaling, you are going to feel it constrict. It's going to hurt. It's going to be right on the top of your head. It's going to hurt. You're going to feel it. And then, as you exhale, I want you to feel freedom. You can think of a bird busting out of a cage, an angel spreading their wings. See the light just expand and just let go and let loose. It's like a supernova exploding. It's just, oh, that feels good. Ah, see, there you go. You guys got it. As soon as I did that, I'm like, ooh, clarity. Isn't that wonderful? So again, we're going to do that one more time. We are going to constrict. Inhale, constrict it. Hold it. Imagine that ball of white light is condensing, and then release. Oh, let it go. Oh, some of you still need a little bit more releasing, so let's touch your head a little bit there. Inhale. And then on the exhale, release. Imagine that white light just exploding. It has no constrictions. It has no restraints. Relax. Ooh, here we go. Okay. Now that we've completed all the chakra points, our ethereal vessel and our physical material vessel, one final really deep breath in. One final command to relax. Yes, you will repeat that word 1,000,000 times if necessary. Relax. And now take a moment to observe. Keep your breath steady. Soak up all of this beautiful relaxation. Remember this feeling. Look to it when you're tired. When you're stressed, when you're in fear. Come back to this. And relax. This is what you do to let go. Now you can truly rejuvenate. Meditate. Just be. All right. It is 7:03. I think I'm finally almost on time. It kind of sort of made me 3 minutes. Yes, I did it. I didn't overtalk everybody. So, you are welcome to come out of your relaxation. That was 30 minutes of some good hard work there. Let me know how you found that. How many of you managed to feel everything tensing and everything releasing? You know, what did you find troubling on each chakra point? What did you become aware of? What did you notice? You know, did you feel everything? I definitely, at the end there, it was really lovely just to feel you guys and observe everything that was going through, right? Now, as I'm waiting for your comments and all the bits and pieces to come in, if you want to, if you are perfectly like, nah, man, I ain't getting out of this relaxation for nothing, then that's fine. Charlotte, I fell asleep. Excellent! That is good. Because when you're fucking exhausted on a regular basis, as soon as you relax, sleep comes. You know, we think we need sleeping pills. We think we need to watch TV or to turn ourselves off. Nah, all you got to do is just let it go, right? Joyce, I almost fell asleep. You did too. Fantastic. See, that makes me happy. Danielle, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. I feel much lighter and very relaxed. Ah, perfect. Walk through life with this feeling inside of you. You know? Now, like I say, anytime you are going throughout your day-to-day business, you know, there is nothing wrong with stopping for a moment. If you're just like, if you're doing the dishes or if you're at work, take a hot second and just quickly do this. And relax yourself. Go through each one of the points. Just a really quick exercise. And you will find that the more you do this, the more it will become automatic in your vessel, in your consciousness, in your spirit, in your heart, and in all of your chakra points to release, right? When you are coming through a time where you're like, holy shit, I'm holding on to such traumas and abuses from my past and I can't let them go. Follow this practice, right? You'll let it flow. Train yourself to be in a state of calm and awareness and health and rejuvenation versus trauma and fear. It will happen. Just a little bit each day will help, you know? Amishtal, the relaxation allows you to be able to focus your nudge any misalignments back to center, and that was just boss. It feels so much better, right? Thank you. I'm so happy that helped for you. Moon, beautiful healing energies coming in golden, orange, purple, rainbow colors at the end. A lost, beautiful... Oh, so, wait. all ost beautiful. I did not want to open my eyes anymore. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm glad, Moon. I'm so happy that that helped you. Really, really am happy. And just remember, if you need to do this again or go through that exercise again, come back to this video and just fast forward to the first half an hour, right? And go through the exercise. But anyway, you guys did amazing. As your guide for this evening and feeling you all, I felt the effort. I felt you pushing and forcing and constricting, and I felt you releasing, and I think well the frick done to you. So please give yourself this much needed rest and ensure that you do it often and regularly. Alrighty, so you do feel so much better as well, Joyce. Excellent, excellent. I'm so happy. Now, unless there's anybody has any questions or queries that you want to tell me at the moment, then in that case, all I will do is say thank you so much for joining me. But Moon, you say, I saw and felt my astral body on top at the end. Ah, nice. Yeah, right? Because literally when your ethereal body, I keep saying vessel, I have to look into that. When the ethereal part of you is relaxed, you are light. You're not as heavy as your material. It's beautiful. And it's like, wow, adventures happen. Elio, what will the next lesson be on? The next lesson is Thursday, and to be honest with you, I actually don't know what to teach until the day that I'm teaching it. And the reason for that is just because I go by what's happening right now for most people. And so that we can help you through these things in this now moment. So I'm not quite sure, but we'll see what happens. I will, because Thursday is at 6 p.m., I will do my very best to post a little earlier as to what's happening. More ethereal stuff? It's always ethereal stuff, really, one way or another. But yes, we could also do some exercises too. I do enjoy doing the exercises with you guys. So, but yes, I know that you are looking for one on telepathy. Telepathy is a little bit more complex. It's a little bit harder. So I'll have to wait and see, because your mind's eye really does need to be relaxed for this, because your focus needs to be on point for telepathy when it comes to trying to connect to another individual. However, but don't get me wrong, there's beginner stages too, so we'll get there. Alrighty. Well, in that case, you guys, unless there's any other questions, but I haven't seen any more questions come in, so that's okay. Thank you so much for your time and for joining me as well. It was a pleasure to relax the shit out of you guys tonight. And yeah, so next time you can join me, it will be Thursday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is all the stuff that I mentioned earlier as well. So have a look at your time zone. For those of you who do want some private time, or either to have a reading by donation or whatever it is that you need, readings by donation, I'm not going to be doing them tomorrow, but I will be doing them for Thursday. So if you would like one of those, then please, you can pop in there and get in the queue early so that you'll be my first ones to attend to on Thursday morning. Otherwise, if you're coming to me either tomorrow or Thursday, you may be already in the queue a little bit, but that's cool. So send me a direct message or a private message if that's something that you need, if you do need my personal help there, or pop onto my website if you want to book in an actual private session as well, and we'll get some shit done. Yeah. Alrighty. Thanks, guys. Mwah! Have a wonderful, wonderful night's sleep. And sorry, Charmy, you say thank you. I will have to rewatch Since I Woke Myself Up story. I love it. You know what? Hey, if you got to snoring, go snore, girl. Go sleep. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm about to have some weed and I'll go to bed. Alrighty. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye, sweethearts.